How's everybody doing? Sunday Bible study. A little early, late on a Saturday night. Continuing with Nebuchadnezzar's calling to be a sheep story, Daniel 4. Hopefully, you're watching these on the playlist at Trey Stokes Daily Bible Studies. You click playlist instead of videos and start Daniel from the beginning, start Revelation from the beginning. The end time studies are up front, or start John from the beginning. The New Testament studies come after the end times, but no matter which playlist you begin, uh, there'll be overlap of biblical teachings. And put me to the test, ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for. I saw in the visions of my head upon my bed, and behold, a watcher and an holy one, so an angel, came down from heaven. He cried aloud and said, This hew down the tree, cut off his branches, shake off his leaves, scatter his fruit. Remember, this is Nebuchadnezzar, yesterday's study. So Nebuchadnezzar is going to be brought down for a period of 7 times, 7 months or 7 years. I lean towards 7 years because of the description of his body. After this, 7 times passes over him, and he is cleansed. Seven is number for cleansing all throughout the Bible. See Revelation, 2 Kings 5:14, etc. He cried aloud and said, Hew down the tree, cut off his branches, shake off his leaves, scatter his fruit. Let the beast get away from under it and the fowls from his branches. So he has no more dominion. He's not going to be king. He's going to be like an animal. He's going to be brought down and eat grass like an animal. We'll get to that. Nevertheless, leave the stump of his roots in the earth. So don't kill him. He's going to stay alive. Even with a band of iron and brass and the tender grass of the field, and let it be wet with the dew of heaven, and let his portion be with the beast and the grass of the earth. Let his heart be changed from a man's, and let a beast heart be given unto him, and let 7 times pass over him. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, the angels, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, the angels, God's angels, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. So the no respect of persons, sometimes people go, see, God doesn't have a chosen elect. He has no respect of persons. Idiot. No respect of persons means God's lost sheep get the call from either being of the Jewish bloodline or not of the Jewish bloodline. It's all flesh be saved today, all types of flesh. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. It doesn't matter if you're Jew or Gentile. No respect of persons. And of course, the basest of men means could be anybody. And of course, he takes Nebuchadnezzar down, who was king of Babylon, and has him live a life of an animal for a period of time until, and after that period of time, through that humbling, he is then understanding that the one true God is the only God. This dream I, Nebuchadnezzar, have seen. Now, though, El Belteshazzar, of course, Daniel, declare the interpretation thereof, for as much as all the wise men of my kingdom are not able to make known unto me the interpretation, but you are able, for the spirit of the holy gods is in thee. Plural, gods, because Nebuchadnezzar has not yet been called. Over to John chapter 9. And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. Now, remember, all these miracles are what God does to his sheep today. They are parallels. He gives us eyes to see the truth, ears to hear the truth, a mouth to speak the truth. Leprosy was a form of sin, or a euphemism for sin, or a comparison of sin. It stood for sin. So when he heals the lepers, he's healing us from our sin nature. Um, when he cast out devils or demons from people, that's when we get baptized by the Holy Spirit and he cast out that demonic realm that's been leading us. And then we have his spirit in us. Good Lord willing. And as Jesus passed by, he saw a man which was blind from his birth. And his disciples asked him, saying, Master, who did sin, this man or his parents? He's born blind. Jesus answered, Neither hath this man sinned nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifest. So this is all Jesus is saying, this is all meant to be so I can do a miracle and show the Lord's greatness, my Father's greatness, my greatness through the Father, etc. I must work the works of him that sent me while it is this day. The night cometh when no man can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. So why he is on the earth, in this particular case, world does mean the earth. When for God so loved the world, for God so loved cosmos. In that particular case, it means his harmonious arrangement, his order of things. He loves the apple of his eye, what he arranged his sheep. It doesn't mean he loves everybody born. That should be painfully obvious, because all that the Lord does love, he chastens and scourges. That's Hebrews 12:6-8. He doesn't love everybody. He came for his sheep. Jesus said, I only came for the lost sheep of the house of Israel. If you're not of the bloodline, you are grafted into the vine. You are a spiritual Jew. So fuse all that together. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. And when he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clay of the spittle and anointed the eyes of the man with the clay. Now remember, clay represents humans as God is the potter. So it's like, he's taking this clay to work this miracle, to heal this human. And he said unto him, go wash in the pool of Siloam, which is by the interpretation sent. He went his way, therefore, and washed, and he was able to see. The neighbors, therefore, and they which before had seen him that he was blind, said, Is not this he that sat and begged? Wasn't he blind? And wasn't he a blind beggar? Some said, This is he. Others said, Oh, he's kind of like him. But the blind man said, No, no. Or the former blind man said, No, I am he. Therefore said they unto him, How are thine eyes opened? He answered and said, A man that is called Jesus made clay and anointed mine eyes and said unto me, Go to the pool of Siloam and wash. And I went and washed, and I received my sight. I'm glad you're here. I love you very much. Ask questions anytime. That's what I'm here for.